Okay, so I'm going to show you how I made the woodland set. Now, I don't have it on the background because I put it away and then I realised I have to do the intro and the outro, so I'm going to do it now, and I can't be bothered getting it back out of the box. If you want, this can go in a box, doesn't have to be. You can make this as difficult or as easy as you like, you can skip some steps. The first thing I'm going to show you how to make is the trees. Now I'm going to give you an example of the tree next to me.
And here is the tree. Here it is for size comparison. To make this, you are going to need a hot glue gun, fake moss, leftover cardboard, paint brushes, green and brown paint, matte glue, as well as sticks of different shapes and sizes. You will also need scissors. I'm positioning my sticks because I wasn't sure where I wanted to, but if you've just got one, you can go ahead and cut your cardboard to a square. This will be a base for the sticks to stand up on. You can see that in the back of the video. I used 2 layers of this cardboard because it wasn't very thick. I'm using hot glue to do this. I also add quite a bit of hot glue to the end of the stick, and then I just stick it down to the cardboard. And then I use hot glue around the base to make sure it's stable enough and won't fall over. When gluing down sticks, keep in mind the centre of gravity, otherwise they may fall over even with the base. Here I'm just trying to smooth down the hot glue. Taking the scissors, I then round the square bases to give it a more organic shape. Then taking the leftover cardboard, I glue it onto the base to add some more weight because I did not keep in mind the centre of gravity. This, like a lot of things, is optional and you can feel free to not do it. I paint the bases of the trees with a dark green paint. This is so that none of the cardboard shows when I do the next layer of paint. Next, taking a light green, a darker green and a brown, I dab a small amount on the end of the brush and dab it on the base. This creates this kind of mottled grass effect. It's a little difficult to see, there is a better clip coming up. You can see it more clearly here. I wanted to do this because grass has quite a lot of variation in real life and I thought it'd be good to try to replicate that. I'm taking fake moss, you can use real moss, and I'm pulling it apart to create smaller clumps, which I will then glue to the bottom of the bases. This is optional, skip ahead if you like. I then take matte glue so that it doesn't dry shiny, paint on the base, then glue the moss down, and then put more glue over the top so that it sticks down easier. Also, my mum brought me hot chocolate. How nice is that?
Next I'm going to show you to make other bushes. Yeah, there's quite a few different kinds, so yeah.
For this you're going to need a hot glue gun, fake moss, glue, paints of brown and green, paintbrushes, scissors, and leftover cardboard. You will also need fake plants. I got mine off of Amazon and they come in different shapes, sizes and colours. I'm using the smaller ones. You'll also need fake ferns. I don't know where I got them. Because some of the trees were quite strange in their colours and I don't think they fitted the scenery very well, I just took the paints I have and either darkened them or lightened them as they would match. I'm going to be snipping off the stems because I want to turn these from trees to bushes. I am using pliers. I'm sure scissors would work just as fine. Scissors I'm sure would work just as fine. If you are using these and you're young, please have adult supervision or get an adult to do it for you. It was quite difficult for me to do. I have some cut cardboard again and I'm just gluing them to make the bases. You've seen all the steps before. It is likely I will repeat a lot of steps hereafter. So yeah. I am once again rounding off the edges to create a more organic shape. This time to paint the bases I am using brown. I did this because I thought that as bushes are lower to the ground there is less likely a chance that the light will shine through and allow grass to grow under the bushes. And once again I am dabbing on the paint to create the effect of grass. Yes. Something I don't show, but I actually do, is I paint the edges with either the brown or the green paint so that none of the cardboard on the side is showing. Can't see it now, but I do it. And to glue the bushes down, I'm using hot glue. I do this because I don't really think any of the glue will make the others stick, and I also have quite a lot of hot glue. I actually added hot glue to the base of the trees and not the cardboard because I was adding way too much hot glue and I could see it and it was annoying me. I also made a fern thing from the head of a palm tree which was in the bag of fake plants. I just glued it to the base and then later I pulled, or actually I should have done this before, but I pulled off these little branches and then glued them to the thing.
I'm also going to show you how to make ferns or bracken. I don't really know the difference, I can't be bothered looking it up, but here it is.
Taking my fake fern and scissors, I snip off different parts of the fern to create different sizes. I cut large ones, small ones, and even smaller ones. I used the leftover stem and hot glued that to the base using the ferns and glued them to the stem. And this is what I'm going to do now. Something you will not see me do is when I glue it down, I hold it, I think I'll show you in a second, until it stops falling over. I just didn't want to add in because it's very, very boring. I glue them down in a spiral going upwards. This is to help keep a centre of gravity. This is so it doesn't fall over. I make these ferns in different sizes of medium, small and larger ones.
What is this?
Next, I'm going to be turning this very plain green one into this not so very plain green one with paint. Taking my dark green, I paint it on near the base of the fern, going all the way up. It does not have to be good to do this. In fact, it'll probably look better if it's not good because it'll look more realistic, since in nature, nothing is perfect, and that's what makes it beautiful. I also paint the underside because since the little pet drops are so low down and the camera angle is so low, I thought you would see the underside of the fern. I do the exact same thing again, but this time I am using a lighter green and I paint the ends of the ferns as well as the underside and the ends. To make my plants blend in with my trees more, I am going to be adding moss to the bases again. To do that, I just paint the bases, add the moss, and put more glue over the moss so that the moss sticks down to the bases. I'm using less moss and I leave the dangly bits off the sides so that it kind of blends in with the ground a little. I mean, I hope it does that, I'm not too sure.
pine cone trees and bushes. There. Yes.
For this you are going to need a hot glue gun, scissors, a paintbrush, green and brown paint, pine cones of different shapes and sizes, leftover cardboard of different shapes and sizes. I am once again rounding off the cardboard, and I also stacked the cardboard because the pine cones are heavier than the sticks and I wanted more stability so that they didn't fall over.
Glue that.
Once you're done with that, you can paint them. Now my paintbrush broke, as you can see here, but it's still very usable. When you're doing this, please use a paintbrush that you don't mind getting ruined, because this one was just never really the same after. But yeah, I'm using all the same techniques as before. Next, I'm going to paint the pine cones. I use the different greens that I have, and I do both sides, as I think I just showed you. This one is a light green, but I do use dark greens on all different sizes. I do both the underside and the top side because the camera will be lower, and which means you will be able to see in the cracks of the pine cone. I do not paint this perfectly, you do not have to, but I just wanted to do both sides. Next, taking a lighter green, I paint the edges very lightly so most of the paint is rubbed off, like a dry brushing technique, and I do this so that the trees have a little more, trees and pine cones have a little more like a natural look about them, and I do this to all of them. I also do the other side because I thought, why not? I think I had a lot of paint and I wanted to use it. And here are the different sizes. There are the big ones, here are the smaller ones, not smaller ones, medium ones, and here are the smaller ones. Yay! Next, taking our good and trusty faithful hot glue gun, I put glue on the bottom and then put it on the base and then hold it down until it dries. I think I went through quite a lot of hot glue in this project, but you can always buy more.
Okay. So, you've made everything and you're not tired and you still want to keep going. Now I'm going to put everything together. So the next things I'm going to show you is what you might need. Yes. Cool.
For the sky, you can use blue foam, blue paper, or blue felt. For the ground, you can use green felt, green fabric, which I found, and fake grass. I got mine off of Amazon. For the foliage, take the pre-made pine cones and the bushes, as well as the ferns and the trees or sticks and the smaller ferns. Here are some extras you may also want to use. Twigs of like quite wiry twigs, lots of different sticky outfits, rocks, smaller twigs for like broken branches, real moss or fake moss for clumps of bushes, and other small fake plant or real plant things. And here is the box that I am going to use. I'm using a box because I want everything to be foldable and put away. I don't actually glue anything down from this point on, so that's fine. My box unfolds. I was quite surprised when I found it out. This just means I've got a lot more space, and here you can see me showing you.
This is our stage. This is what we're going to be working on. Pretty big space. And down here. Okay. So you have your box for no space at all. You're going to want to take your chosen sky material. I've got blue foam. I just found this out of the craft store of mine. It goes there. Voila. Next, you're going to take your grass material or round. I've got this fabric. I got it in a scrap thing from a family member. Very kindly gave it to me. Next, you're going to take your different materials and we're going to put them around. I'm using this stick this stick here and this thing to give it a border, so I know where the edge of the thing is for my camera to focus. And I'll put the dragon there. And I'm just going to use a stick to bobble her head because this is like, I'm so scared something's going to fall over and like everything's just going to come crashing down. So yeah, and this is just with the light I have in my room and the light that's coming from my window. I just realised I didn't put in any of the rocks, but that's okay.
This is me just trying to show you what it looks like on my desk. That was my ring light thing. Here is the box folded back into the box shape and everything that I used. I also bought some rocks as pebbles and voila!
Thank you for watching. I'm not sure what to do now. Everything's away and I'm tired and hungry. But yeah, I hope you use this, and if you do, share it with me. If you make it, take photos, share it with me on Instagram. Okay, bye. Thanks for watching. Right, yeah. Okay, let's end it here. Okay, how do we turn it off? Can we cut, please? I want to go eat food. Come on, let's just.